What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Crash Play Gaming. I'm your host, Crash, and you'll notice I got rid of the Snorlax VMAX background. I thought it was a little too much, maybe a little too distracting, but if you liked it, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know, and I'll bring it back, I promise. Anyways, we have a little bit of a variation deck on our hands with Duraludon. I saw a bunch of, Metagross VMAX, Stonejourner VMAX, oh, who else? I can't think of the others off the top of my head, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I try this with Duraludon? So, you'll see what happens. And we'll go ahead and get to the Pokemon question of the day. It's time for another Pokemon question of the day, but before we get into this video's question, of course we have to go over last video's question. So, this Dark-type Pokemon is massive. It has the ability to eat buildings and mountains whole. It also moves its tongue in a wave-like motion to pull food into its mouth. Who is this Pokemon? And if you are like the commenter in the comment section of the last video, Najuza, you guessed Guzzlord. Guzzlord has the ability to do that. Well, of course, it's in his name. He guzzes all the stuff up. Anyways, congratulations to Najuza. That is 3 questions you have answered correctly before anybody else. You will be getting a prize here in the near future, and I think I'm going to wait till a new set comes out so you can get some of those new packs that we pull. Maybe I'll wait till we even do a Pokemon opening video. I don't know. We'll see. I'll message you on Twitter, and we'll go from there. So, let's go ahead and get into this video's question. Excuse me. Okay, this normal type Pokemon can only be female, and it produces some type of drink that has the ability to heal other Pokemon. And this Pokemon also loves grass. Who is this Pokemon? Go ahead and leave your answers in the comment section down below. Remember, this video marks the reset, so everybody's back to 0. Be the first person to get to 3 points, and you get some free stuff on PTCGO or PCG Live, whichever happens to be when you win. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get into the deck list. Why am I starting out with Boost Shake as the card that I'm displaying here? Well, let me tell you. It's because you can evolve your Pokemon on the first turn you play it down. It does have the caveat that you end your turn, but in a deck like this, it doesn't really affect you too much when you have to end your turn. So why is this important? Well, we have Duraludon VMAX here, and the ability Skyscraper. It prevents all damage from Pokemon that have special energy attached to it. So, you can see why it's really important to get Duraludon VMAX out, especially either on turn 1 or turn 2, because it blocks those attacks and then you can't get hit, which is great. So what I did was I took my old Duraludon VMAX list and I modified it to make it a little bit more beefy and harder to take out my Duraludons. Though you don't have to do it. I do like the old version too, but maybe you can sneak in a couple copies of Boost Shake because this card is actually really well in this deck. Now, let me just explain everything else. We have, of course, our Zacian here with the Intrepid Sword ability. This basically lets us draw 3 cards and end our turn. So when we have nothing else to do, we either use Zacian's ability or, in some cases, use Boost Shake. We play some copies of Crushing Hammer just to slow down on our opponent, and actually, I didn't need this too much in a lot of the matches I played against, so you could consider cutting it nowadays. Energy searches because getting energy is important, and we need the energies. And we're only playing 11 energies. That's why we need them. Play a couple copies of Big Charm here just to make our Duraludon VMAX a little bit beefier. 4 copies of Lucky Ice Pop so we can keep healing 20 damage when we get hit. Very important in Mew VMAX matches, actually. Mew VMAX, players are starting to figure out how to kind of at least knock out one Duraludon. And since this deck only focuses on having one, they can do it sometimes, but I didn't run into that issue. I healed it all off because of the Lucky Ice Pop, because of Pokemon Center Lady, who heals 60 damage and any special conditions, and because of 4 copies of Team Yellowtail. We heal 50 damage from both active Pokemon, but we hit so hard, it doesn't matter that we heal 50 from our opponent. So, that's okay. We got a couple copies of Crystal Cave, just more healing, 30 damage we get to heal. We have 2 copies of Venture's Discovery. I think you might be able to bump this up to 3 because sometimes it is important to get those Pokemon V down, especially because sometimes you'll start with Zacian. And if you do that, it's a little harder to get the Duraludon V down, so getting Adventurer's Discovery might still be good to play 3 copies of. I only play 1 Boss's Orders because, I mean, they can't touch you. So I don't need to target down specific Pokemon. Sometimes you do, but more often than not, I don't need to, so that's why. 1 Schoolgirl, because a lot of times our hand is huge and we don't want to use a Research to discard, but we do play 4 copies of Research just in case we don't care about what's in our hand and we can discard it all. And then, of course, I have a couple switches here. Don't want to have Zacian or another Duraludon stuck in the active for very long. And Pokégear to get some supporters out. That's the deck. It will be in the description down below. While you're there, go ahead and subscribe to the video. not the video, the channel. I keep saying that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. That's what I meant. We'll go ahead and get into the matches. Going up against some type of Rapid Strike deck, and we have a nice opening hand here. I can go ahead and attach that and automatically just Boost Shake into the VMAX. So if they're playing Rapid Strike or Shifu, they're done, and this is all I need. Unfortunately, I don't have a supporter in my hand though, so I am reliant on the top deck, but the good news about my hand is I have the ability to get all 3 energies onto this Duraludon, as long as I don't get Marnie. So here's a Battle VIP pass. Let's see what our opponent grabs. If this is the Rapid Strike Malamar, which it is, I think we're going to be in a good shape simply because we went first. Depending on what we can draw off of our top decks, it would be nice to get some more healing cards, or another Duraludon or Zacian in play to kind of help us out here. But if not, that's okay. We're not too worried about it. Gonna go ahead and use the Energy Search now. That just gets 1 more card out of the deck. That is a Metal Energy. We attach and we pass the turn. And we let our opponent play the game while we just sit back and relax and enjoy the, I guess, the music that's going on. Or whatever it is that you seem to enjoy. Anyways, so they have an evolution here, and they have another evolution. Here comes another Cincino, I would imagine, maybe an Octillery. They grab a Malamar instead. I am losing my ability to predict what my opponent is able to do. They attach a special energy to the Malamar. Interesting, do they play Path to the Peak? That is another question that we will soon get answered. I find it strange that they did that, but they played Akrina's Focus, so maybe it makes sense. But they also do have a way to remove that energy. If they get the Tower of Waters, they can just retreat the Malamar. They have to discard 1 energy because Malamar is a heavy boy with a 3 retreat cost. But next turn we will be knocking out whatever Pokemon is in the active spot. And we got 2 Lucky Ice Pops in our hand. So we just have to wait and see what our opponent does. We got rid of 2 Ordinary Rods, which is a little bit surprising coming from our opponent, but you know, they gotta do what they gotta do. Artillery coming with their Rapid Strike Search, maybe get another Malamar. Ah, they do get the Tower of Waters play. So will you retreat your Artillery into your Remoraid? I would assume so. There we go. There comes my prediction machine. It's going. We top deck an Adventure's Discovery, which is not the worst supporter, but not the best at this point. We're going to go ahead and grab some Pokemon out of here. That thins the deck about 3 cards deep, which is good, but we don't need to use Zacian because we're pulverizing our opponent now, and hopefully our prize cards gets us a supporter, maybe a research. Team Yelltail, that's okay too. That means we have at minimum a healing factor of 90 with 2 Lucky Ice Pops and the Team Yelltail. There we go. Our opponent attaches the basic energy to the Inkay. They're going to retreat this Malamar to get rid of their special energy that's on there. Or they might not. Maybe they don't know it. Maybe they don't know it. Who knows? I don't. We'll see. I wish there was a different way besides wheezing to get rid of other abilities. It would be a good card to play in this deck that just sits on the bench. Kind of like Garbodor back in the day where you had to attach a tool card and it shut down all abilities. That's an insane card. Then it would shut down my Skyscraper ability. You need one that just shuts down your opponents. I guess that's what wheezing does, but it has to be in the active. Dilemmas. You would hate to play against it, so I don't even know why I want to mention it. Our opponent's doing a lot of stuff. I gave up on commentating each of their billions of moves over here. So I'm just kind of sitting back waiting for them to attack so I can just heal up and attack back. Let's see if they actually retreat this Malamar though. Oh, gotta move. Alrighty. Let's see what they do. Maybe they just let me knock it out. I would prefer not to, but you know. Decisions. Put down another Remoraid. So they are going to attack with this Malamar. That is a misplay on our opponent. You're not going to do anything to me. Will they concede after this? I don't know. Doink. Bounce right off. Top deck another energy. That's alright. Take a knockout. And we take a prize. Another Team Yelltail. So now we're healing 140 damage. Next turn. Oof. Maybe I need to up the draw support count in this deck. I tried to keep, I think I kept it the same. And you know what it is? It's because I don't have the Zacian draw power on the first turn. So I'm actually kind of just trying this version of Duraludon out. I took what I originally had and I just added more beefiness to it so that you just can't take a Duraludon out unless you one-shot it. That's why I have all these healing cards in here, but in doing that I kind of took out the consistency of getting a Zacian down in the first 2 turns, even though I could have done it. Now I had to do it turn 3, right? Because I was attaching the energy to that turn. So it kind of throws it off just a little bit. But we'll see. I mean, I'm going to keep playing these, keep recording these videos and show you guys what I get. And at the end of the video, I will mention, you know, which Duraludon VMAX deck I like more. And hey, come up with your own ideas and share them with me in the comments. That'd be great. I'd love to try them out. Our opponent has more Malamars. I'm sure I haven't been paying attention. Oh, there's a Malamar. They got 2 normal energies, so they're going to try to 2-shot our Duraludon, but they don't know I'm going to be healing a lot of damage off of this guy. Can they one-shot? I didn't even think about it. Can they get a one-shot off? Probably should have thought about it. Oh no. 120. 280. Nah. Even with all the cards, they can't. They need 10 cards. And they only do 5. They're going to need more than that to one-shot me. Alright. Well, we top deck a VMAX, which I might play down another Duraludon. But for now, we're just going to heal our boy up. With everything, flip a couple heads with our Lucky Ice Pop. There we go. Another one. Yes, yes. Heal the Duraludon. Yes. Yes, one last time. Flip heads, please. Can't complain. We healed it up all the way. I'm going to play one more down for safety. Attach an energy and pulverize. In the event that they knock this out, which it looks like they're happy about, I'm fine with it. That means they don't hit our VMAX. That means we can hit them back one more time. But I'm anticipating that they can get enough cards to take a one-shot on my VMAX. So we'll see. Rescue Carrier, yep, that gets them whatever they need from their discard. 2 Inkays maybe. 1 Inkay, that's all they had. Okay, I didn't check. So they need, like I said, 10 cards in their hand to hit for 400 damage. Oh, so they need 9 cards. 360, yeah, 4 times 9 is 336. They need 9 cards. Here comes 7. And those 2 cards they discarded were not 1. They have them in the deck, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They need 1 more. They have a Rapid Strike Search. Question is, are they running out of resources to be able to do it again? That's 1 research in the bin, 3 Brunos, 1 Karina's Focus. There's an Evolution Incense they have to discard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They need 2 more cards. Placing that with Rapid Strike cards, that would do it. Rapid Strike Search goes for 10. They do have a Karina's Focus in deck. Is there enough? Do they have 10 cards in their hand? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough. Not enough, my friend. I'm sorry. Play down that guy. Play down that guy. Grab the energy for next turn. And we take the knockout. And boom. Pokégear, that'll get us a supporter. Yay! I don't think we've played a single... We haven't played a single draw supporter this entire game. Granted, we've only played 8 cards. 2, 4, 6. We've only played 8 cards that are not energy or Pokemon, which is crazy. I don't think our opponent has a way to get another energy onto this Inkay. They just threw away a research. But they have one more turn to take a knockout on my VMAX. Is Malamar the last card in the deck? That's a bummer. That's okay. They can definitely shuffle in their whole hand, but they need a basic energy, which they don't have. I'm going to send a heart to our opponent. This is the best they can do, and they are stuck. I don't even need to go get a supporter. I'm just going to take a knockout here. And that's kind of why I like Duraludon over the other, I guess, tanky decks, is you also get the added bonus of being immune from special energies. Granted, you don't really get to play Paths of the Peak like some of them do to slow down Mew, but you have a built-in defense against Mew anyways. A lot of times Duraludon VMAX can beat Mew very easily. So, pick your poison. Thank you, opponent. You let me get the knockout. That's so nice of you. I appreciate it. Well played. Oh, I didn't say well played. Here we are up against a Mew deck, I am going to assume. And they are off to the races. Good thing I start with an Adventurous Discovery in my hand. That is important against Mew. Or a Boost Shake. A Boost Shake also would help. But here we are with this. And so I will play Adventurous Discovery, get some Duraludons out, get a Zacian, and we will go from there. It's almost like I'm playing the old Duraludon. Crystal Cave is nice, but we don't need to play that just yet. And we will grab our regular suspects when we play Adventurous Discovery. That will go there, that will go there, this will go here. Go ahead and use the Pokégear. Avery seems like a fine supporter against Mew. And Intrepid Sword. Got an Energy Search, Pokemon Center Lady, Boss's Orders. Looking in a good position. We have the VMAX in our hand. So we'll see what our opponent is capable of doing. Might be a little tough for them to knock out the Duraludon in the active, but that's okay. If they don't do it, we just wait till we get a switch, or until they decide to boss with the VMAX or knock it out. One or the other. We shouldn't be waiting too long. A Fog Crystal, that should get them another basic energies, fine. So now we're going to be looking for our Crushing Hammers so that we can get those out of here. They might boss up the Duraludon with the energy though, so I got to be careful of that. Chronomatic will definitely get that for them. They flip tails, good. And they discarded a power tablet, so they won't be able to take a knockout on the Duraludon V unless they use it. And our Avery's not going to have any use. They don't have 2 more bench Pokemon. Bummer. It was either Avery or Schoolgirl, right? And I was assuming our opponent was going to be able to get more Pokemon down. But I guess not. And they max Miracle. That seems fine with me. Well, we can go ahead and evolve. We can grab an energy, because why not? We can use Pokégear as well. Maybe we'll get a different supporter. Research seems good for when I am out of ways to draw cards. Might as well play the Avery. I need to guarantee some energy. There we go. And Intrepid Sword. Why not? Have the energies in my hand? Might as well. Who knows? Zacian V might become a nice attacker. We'll see. Now it would have been nice to have the Avery. They would have discarded at least one Genesect. Well, I'm not even worried right now. I mean, they are going to either knock out my Duraludon. My hand need to be on camera. They're either going to knock out my Duraludon V. They're going to hit my VMAX, which is fine. I have 3 Lucky Ice Pops, a Pokemon Center Leader, and a Team Yell Towel, and Crystal Cave to be able to heal up most of this damage. So I should be okay here, depending on the Meloetta attack. Alright, we should be in a decent spot. We did get a Crushing Hammer. I will save that for later. Let's go ahead and Lucky Ice Pop. Flipping the heads is a good. Flip all the heads, please. Nice. Nice. Alright, you did a good amount. We can go ahead and attach energy. Let's go ahead and use a Team Yell Towel. And we have another Lucky Ice Pop here. Nice. Let's just go ahead all the way. Why not? Oh, bummer. Let's try our hand at the Crushing Hammer heads. Nice. See you later. Basic energy. And I could boss up something, but this is the Mew that's more important. So we will pulverize and see what our opponent has for next turn. This Mew is going to get knocked out unless they Marnie me. There's a training court, which is good. We baited that out a little bit. They are going to get an attack off, but that's all they're going to do because I got a Crystal Cave. I'm going to knock out this Mew VMAX, and we're going to go from there. Now, I do assume that they are playing 2 training court, though, so we do have to be conscious of that. But they don't have another attacker set up. They could get the Meloetta going, which if I were them, I would attach basic energy to it if I could. But we'll see what they do. Our opponent is thinking about what to do next. They might be realizing that this Mew VMAX is the only way that can really knock out our Duraludon VMAX. Except I have to get under 130, so I'll be fine. Crushing Hammer is also good. There's another Crystal Cave. There's some healing. Let's play the Crushing Hammer. Got a heads. Let's take off an energy over there. Let's attach one here. And let's Pokemon Center Lady. Gonna heal up that boy. And we're gonna pulverize the Mew VMAX. Smack Mew, be like, no, no, no. I'm too big for you, little guy. I'm too big. Big Charm's even better. Pokégear is nice, but I have a research which I might just use. And again, I might also use a boss's orders on the Meloetta. Or if they put down a Mew with an energy, so I think I might hold this hand, to be honest. I forgot about power tablets. They gotta get... Ooh, that's 130. Oh man, 130, right? 160, 190. They need one more power tablet. Yeah, they do need one more power tablet. That would knock out our VMAX. Let's go ahead and give him Zacian. Don't care about the Zacian anymore. Zacian's outlived its purpose. Okay, you can boss that back up. They need another power tablet plus an energy to take a knockout on my VMAX. Then we might be in some real trouble. Then we're definitely going to have to research. Or Adventures Discovery. We'll see which one. A Switch. And did they get it? Or is it a wasted turn? Oh, they retreated back into it. They might have. Nope. Wasted turn there. So close. And they concede. Alright, we got a pretty decent opening hand here. We have an energy to attach and a Boost Shake. Can't complain much about this. And it looks like we're going up against some type of Rapid Strike deck that has an Urshifu, I think. Or it could be a Skiploom, I don't know. But they have to deal with this VMAX on turn 1. Tower Waters, cool. Bring up the Sobble. So they do play Special Energy, so this is looking like a Rapid Strike Urshifu deck. Let's see what the Sobble grabs out. Sobble, Rapid Strike Urshifu. Our opponent should just concede now. There's no reason to play, as I cannot be hit by your Rapid Strike attack. Alrighty. We'll go ahead and pass the turn. We need to find one of our energy searches or our fighting energy off of these Pokégears and the top deck. Otherwise, we're just giving our opponents extra turns here. Headbutt Tantrum. Hey, chill out. Double Spin's not going to do much. Alright, what do we get? Another Pokégear. Adventures Discovery. That's okay. That could get me a Zacian, which would be nice. Rest is research. We'll just grab that out of the deck. Want to save all my healing cards just in case. And Avery. Avery seems like the best play here, so let's go ahead and do that. Make them drop some of the Pokemon off of their deck, off of their bench, and I get my fighting energy and we are rolling. Sad it took me 3 Pokégears. Would have been nice to also have gotten a boss out of that, but you take what you can get and you play with what you got. So they get rid of the Zigzagoon Passimian. They realize they don't need those cards. And bye-bye Sobble. And our opponent concedes. Well, not the best opening hand we would love to see, but we did top deck a Duraludon VMAX, so now I'm not complaining about it too much. We have everything we need as long as we don't get Marnie, and it looks like we're going up against another Rapid Strike Malamar deck. This deck has been gaining some traction, I've seen. And they're going to scoop. Alright. They know they can't beat Duraludon. Alright, we're starting with the Zacian, unfortunately. But we're going to go ahead and attach an Energy and Intrepid Sword. Ooh, not looking good. We need to find our Duraludons, so this will be interesting. This is one of the downsides to playing Zacians, is you can't guarantee your Duraludons all the time. And I did cut down the number of Adventures Discovery I was playing from the normal Duraludon deck. We do get Marnied, which is okay for us. Just need to hope we get into a Draw Supporter as well, or Duraludon. Okay, not a Duraludon, but we'll take it. A research is good enough. Ah, we're going up against a Rapid Striker Urshifu. Okay, we are in decent positions then. 2 Boost Shakes, bummer. Alright, we're going to go ahead and research this hand away. And we're looking for our Duraludon. We don't get it. That's going to be a little bit of a pain, but we can Crushing Hammer their energy. And we do. And we can Intrepid Sword. And we'll attach that. Got the VMAX, but we have Adventures Discovery for next turn. So we should theoretically get our Duraludon, but they will most likely Marnie me. I see it coming. Which isn't too bad because they Marnied us. We drew 5, drew a couple more. So the next Marnie should theoretically get us into a Duraludon V, hopefully. If they do Marnie us. I don't know. But all I know is they can't... Alright, they research. Good. All I know is they can't knock out our Zacian, so we will have a Duraludon next turn, which is perfect for us. Ooh, a Moltres. Do they play enough Dark Energy? I don't know. Moltres will be a little bit of a pain, but not something that we can't handle, so we will play Adventures Discovery. We will grab out some guys. Yeah, let's get 2. No. Let's leave one in the deck. Let's leave that. Yep, that seems fine. Let's play down a Duraludon. Let's give him an energy. And we can Boost Shake into the VMAX, so I don't even have to worry. I like playing Boost Shake in this deck. It just makes it so you don't even have to worry about your Duraludons getting knocked out because they're in their non-VMAX form. And now I just have to take out the Moltres. Looks like they'll have enough energy. Is there another one in the discard? There's not. I'm sure they play 3 though. 3 or 4 dark energies. An air balloon for the Crobat. Which I don't like to see because then I could have used Avery here and forced them to discard either some Sobbles or Drizziles. Ah, we are going to get hit with the Gale Thrust on our Zacian. Fine by me. Good old friend. Alright. Ooh. If only we had top decked the energy, we could have bossed up the Moltres. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and Avery here. Uh-oh. Missing some energy is not good for our VMAX. Need to hit those energy drops, but they do have to get rid of some cards. That seems fine with me. I'm going to save my healing cards for my VMAX, so we're just going to Intrepid Sword, and we are bricking on energy. But we got some Averys that'll help get us at least 3 more cards deep off of our top deck. Maybe our opponent will eventually Marnie us too, who knows? Ah, what do you know? Speaking of Marnie, there comes the Marnie. It's a bummer. All those were good cards. 2 energy searches is fine with me. Are you going to use the G-Max Rapid Flow? Maybe, maybe not. But they might do it so they can get that third energy onto the Moltres. You're going to go after my VMAX, bro. Chill. Yeah, the G-Max Rapid Flow, that gives them the third energy in the discard to hit me back for 190 on their Moltres. And they have 2 turns to hit for 190, I think. No, just 1, because I don't have an energy this turn. And we top deck a Big Charm, which is good. I can heal off 30 of that damage. I can energy search for that. And then I'm going to pass because I don't want to get Marnied here because I have the other energy in my hand. So not getting a supporter out with Pokégear kind of stops our opponent from doing that if they don't have another thing to do, which is what I'm hoping for. I don't want to get Marnied. I have the energy search. I will be able to knock out the Moltres as I please when they come up to swing at me next turn. And then we're in the golden spot. Oh, they play another Moltres. Oh no. We're definitely going to have to hit on this Pokégear to get some healing cards or else we're in big trouble. Well, they don't attack. Well then, let's energy search. Maybe we can get a boss's orders off of this Pokégear. That would be a good thing. We don't. We get an Avery, which I like. That forces them to get rid of an Inteleon or a Moltres. And we have a boss's orders for next turn, so if they can't, they concede. This Duraludon's too good. Well, just as you expected, Duraludon is still as strong as ever. So many opponents were conceding on me. I mean, just the fact that it has that ability to stop special energy makes it, I think, better than those other tanky Pokemon that live out there. And you know, in my opinion, I like the original version of Duraludon I have, but I do like the addition of Boost Shake. Maybe not so much all the healing cards, but Boost Shake kind of made a lot of differences in I think, in the Mew match, I believe, and in that last Urshifu match as well, where all I had was the Zacian, and then I got the Boost Shake Duraludon. But it does make a huge difference, because then you don't have to worry about your Duraludons getting knocked out when they're babies. They evolve into VMAX, and then boom. It's awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.